Pete Hammond, Modern Family has won Best Comedy Series 5 times at the Emmys. It's never lost. Is this finally the year?
I do think it's finally the year it's going to lose. But I said that last year too, and I said that the year before. If I had my way, they would have won twice and been over with. But, you know, I was wrong. But come on, 5 times is enough, even for the Emmys, which love to repeat and repeat and repeat. I don't think this is the year of Modern Family again. It had an okay year. It had a couple of good episodes. But we're a little tired of that, and Veep has been so consistently good, always winning for Julia Louis-Dreyfus, but not for the series. This year, I think, is the year of Veep. I really do. It's genuinely funny, and I think that's what Academy voters look for when they see Best Comedy Series. There's so many series now that cross the line between comedy and drama. Transparent, which is the hot button number this year, I think it's a little bit too serious in parts for Academy members to award it in this category.
We can count on Emmy voters being snobs, and Veep appeals to that demo perfectly. It's the West Wing with laughs. Veep has been gaining every year in nominations. This year, it finally is nominated for the first time ever for both writing and directing. Modern Family is not nominated for either one of them, which shows weakness. This is the year where Modern Family fatigue is finally seen. And the question is, what breaks through? Veep or Transparent? You, Pete Hammond, have Silicon Valley ranked above Transparent. That's how much of a non-believer you are in Transparent.
That's right. Silicon Valley is such a superb comedy series, by the way. It really is good, and you hear Academy members say that all the time when they talk about shows they really like. I don't think it's enough to climb over Veep. They're both on HBO. HBO has a number of votes, and this is the first year that the Academy is expanding the voting, whereas everybody can vote even with a conflict of interest in the comedy and drama series categories. You don't have to prove that you've got nothing to do with those shows. So there's going to be a big drive by HBO for one show or the other. I have a feeling it's going to go to Veep there. But I do think Silicon Valley has a lot of supporters in the Academy.
You can look back through the history of the Emmys and not find any dramedies, with one exception, winning Best Comedy Series, and that was Ally McBeal.
Right.
But still, it had the kind of dancing baby. It had all these frivolous elements that Transparent doesn't have. But Transparent has cachet. Yeah. That subject is in the headlines with Caitlyn Jenner, and it's cool, and it feels important. Yeah. The same way that Veep feels important. Here's why you're wrong in your ranking, Pete Hammond. Of the 17 experts at Gold Derby, 9 say Veep is going to win. 6 pick Transparent, including very, very prestigious people like Matt Roush, Lynn Elber from the Associated Press. Mike Osceola is picking Transparent.
You mean formerly prestigious people after they lose?
What do you mean?
Picking Transparent, you know. Formerly prestigious.
Transparent can win for another reason. Yeah. The brilliant campaign they put on. Amazon sent DVDs of the entire season in mid-May to all Academy members. Netflix, that other streaming service, sent out free temporary memberships to everyone. It worked. They got a lot of nominations. Yeah. But did the voters really see every episode of the Netflix series?
Well, they sent out separate things of 5 of their shows of the complete series. And then they sent out a box that had selected episodes from those same shows along with all their other programming. And in that box was a credit card type thing for 3 months free of Netflix to watch all these shows. So not only did they have every opportunity to see these shows like Amazon did, but they went further. Netflix has spent more money than anybody I've ever seen in an Emmy campaign. I was waiting for my car the other day at a valet thing, and there was Orange is the New Black on the parking ticket. They are using all kinds of Oscar-y type campaign stunts to gain attention for themselves. Billboards everywhere, just like Amazon has. It's these streaming services that have really ramped up this Emmy campaign this year, and that'll be interesting to see how that affects the Television Academy at large in their votes.
In the race for Best Comedy Actress, you rank the contenders Julie Louis-Dreyfus, and I think you're right there, yeah. Amy Poehler, who's never won an Emmy, no. Amy Schumer, Lily Tomlin. Pete, that's just wrong. First, I'm going to ask you to explain that, then I'm going to tell you why you're wrong.
Okay. What do you want explained here?
Why is Lily Tomlin so low?
Lily Tomlin's won 7 Emmys. She's never been nominated in the comedy series category before. She's never really been a lead actress in a comedy series. She's beloved by the Academy. She represents Actors Branch on the Board of Governors with the Academy. So pretty much anything she's in, she tends to win, but not this time. Because this is the entire Actors Branch voting. They nominated her. They didn't nominate Jane Fonda. I don't think they love Grace and Frankie, but they do love Lily, so they put that in there. But I don't think there's the passion vote behind her. So I could immediately eliminate her as a winner. So my thinking...
No, you're insane.
My thinking is on ranking these things is that I have Julia Louis-Dreyfus winning. I don't think Lily Tomlin's going to win, so I put her down below because I do think the 2 Amy's, Amy Schumer because she's hot, not because sketch comedy wins in this category, and Amy Poehler because she's a sentimental favorite because she's never won anything, as you said. So I could put them higher. I don't need to put Academy darling Lily Tomlin up there.
Do you remember Catherine Houston winning all the time at the Emmys?
I do.
She was on the Board of Governors,
I
I
do.
think that was a factor that helped her there. There's something else to consider here, Pete. The apple in a bag of oranges theory. It's the Marissa Tomei victory at the Oscars. She was unlike her 4 competitors who were all Brits and Aussies. She was the American, and a lot of us Oscarologists think that's probably one of the main reasons she won. Lily Tomlin is the apple in the bag of oranges here. She is a standout, and she's different. Her Emmy winning streak goes back to the 1970s. That's how much they love this woman. I wouldn't count her out at all.
I would. I have counted her out. I just don't think they like the show enough. And I would be very surprised if Lily pulls off a victory there. And I know you're bringing up the Catherine Houston thing as an insider on the Board of Governors who managed to win both as guest actress and then as supporting actress. But that was in a time when we had blue ribbon panels, and those were people who were very active in the Academy, in the voting process, who volunteered to vote in these things. Catherine was very known to, I imagine, a lot of those voters. The voting has been opened up big time this year to the entire acting branch of the Academy, the largest branch in the Academy. I think that brings in a lot of different voters that we've never seen before. And I don't think this kind of clubby thing where you're, on the Academy Activities Committee or something is really going to play.
Amy Schumer may have the Melissa McCarthy thing going for her. She had one of the hottest movies of the summer. When we all wrote off The Star of Mike and Molly a few years ago, she surprised us because she had just had a super hit with Bridesmaids. Is that a factor here?
Could be. Because she is hot and we keep hearing about her, and we do have more voters now, and so it's more of a popularity contest. I do have my doubts, though, that a sketch comedy show can pull off a win in the lead actress in a comedy series category.
No sketch star has ever won in lead or supporting, only in guest.
Yeah, I just don't think that's going to happen. And in terms of Amy's, I think Amy Poehler has a little bit more pull, particularly from her hosting of the Golden Globes and other things she's done this year. And it has been repeatedly brought up to Academy members that she's never won. And here's the other reason I think that Amy Poehler deserves to be number 2 to Julia Louis-Dreyfus is that this is only the 2nd time the Academy at large has voted for Parks and Recreation.
Which they didn't nominate at all last year.
Yeah, in the comedy series category.
Right.
But they brought it back this year, and so that means there's support, wider support for the show than we thought. It's its final season. They know this is the final chance for Amy Poehler. So I do think that if anybody's going to challenge Julia Louis-Dreyfus, and I don't think anybody's going to challenge Julia Louis-Dreyfus, I think it would be Amy Poehler.
You are so wrong.
Oh, thank you.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus is out front to win. There's no doubt about that. She's won 5 times before. She's an Emmy darling. She is in a program where she plays President of the United States, and that importance, I think, is to her advantage.
Well, I think she's also able to veto all the other nominees in the category.
Of the experts at Gold Derby, 12 say out of 17 that Julia Louis-Dreyfus will win. 2 pick Amy Poehler, 1 picks Schumer.
And no one picks Lily Tomlin, so why are you ragging on me about this?
Because you're wrong. I don't think you're ranking her high enough. You're not taking her seriously enough as a contender, given awards philosophy and strategizing. Jeffrey Tambor is way out front for Best Comedy Actor, according to the Gold Derby pundits. 16 out of 17 say that he's going to win. And you say he can't lose. I say he's vulnerable. I say he's ahead. Go ahead.
I don't think there's really much of a chance that we're going to see Jeffrey Tambor lose. First of all, he's been on a roll. He won the Golden Globe. He won the Broadcast Critics. He's won pretty much everything for just these 10 episodes that have so far aired on Transparent. But he's a beloved actor within the Academy and in the television industry. He's been nominated several times and never won for Emmys, for The Larry Sanders Show, for Arrested Development. Now he's in this lead category at age 70. I did a Q&A with him at the Directors Guild. You should have seen the love thrown at this man. And he's so humble. He's so wonderful to talk to because he doesn't take it for granted. It's also a great friggin' role. He's funny. See, I don't think the show is as funny as he is.
He's not funny. That's the problem with Jeffrey Tambor as a candidate here, is that he's not funny. And you can go back through this category historically and not find a single winner who wasn't in a show that was chiefly funny.
But he's not overplaying it. He's drolly funny in this. And if you saw the last episode of Transparent, which I thought was just the most brilliant half hour of television that I've seen all year, it really was. But I think the guy is like great because it's great character acting, and that's where I think the humor comes out of it. And I think it's a wonderful character too, and I think it's doing a lot for people if they see the show, which is streaming on Amazon, so it's not widely seen, but that probably is in the Academy because everybody got it, you know, they sent it out.
Tambor's performance feels important. It has heft to it, dramatically as well as comedically, but he is vulnerable. What's wrong with your predictions, the rankings that you make, Pete, is you put in second place Matt LeBlanc, then Anthony Anderson, then Don Cheadle, then the one person I think who could be a spoiler here, Will Forte, down in fifth place.
Last Man on Earth. I think that show's too new. I love Will Forte. He's the nicest guy in the world and everything. He's very good in it. I don't think it's been as widely seen as you may think it has. I think it's for another day. We'll see if that show continues to be good and can grow, and I think he may be down the line somebody. I don't think we're going to see a Jeff Daniels, in other words, pull off, where it came out of nowhere with the Newsroom one year for the drama series. I think Will Forte should be happy he got nominated his first time out here.
Why do you have Matt LeBlanc in second place when
He's overdue?
Nobody has won an Emmy in a lead or supporting category for playing themselves?
I know. Well, this is the first time, and it's way overdue. And he's so good, and he's been nominated several times for Emmys. People, I think they really underrate Matt LeBlanc. He's so good, and he's so good playing himself. And that show consistently gets nominated for its writing. It doesn't quite climb over into the comedy series category, which is why I won't give him the Emmy. And anyway, I don't think anybody can beat Jeffrey Tambor. But I think Matt LeBlanc got an amount of respect that's come his way in recent years. And people enjoy the show. They like him. And so, yeah, that's why I put him up there. And also, I'm kind of rooting for the guy. I love that show, Episodes. And talk about funny. He's hilarious playing himself. You think it's easy to play Tom O'Neill? Do you think you could play yourself, Tom?
No.
No, well, I don't think I could play myself nearly as well as Matt LeBlanc does, because he's not playing himself. He's playing a caricature of himself.
He has zero chance to win. Will Forte is the spoiler, if there is one, for comedy actor, because he's got a lot going for him. He's got the physical transformation. He's got the beard. He's got actors watching an episode, if they in fact do watch it, that begins saying, written by Will Forte. Yeah. And he's nominated, of course, in the writing thing. He's a very respected actor, far beyond just being a skit performer. So I think he's really in the race.
I voted in the writing category, by the way, that he's nominated in. But I didn't vote for him, though. I voted for Episodes.
Oh, okay.